We respectfully request the Sangha great virtues for the sake of this assembly and all living beings. Please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach and guide us how to end birth and death, leave suffering and attain bliss, and quickly realize non-birth. Cung thính đại đức tặng thịnh, vì thứ pháp vui gấm nhật thiết chúng sanh. Thính chuyến diệu pháp luân giao đạo ngã mù, như há liêu sanh thoát tư ly khổ đạc là tất chứng vô sanh. Homage to the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. Nam mô Sananto Suchedo Ye La Hudi San Miao San Puto Xie. Nam mô Tạc Đạc Tha Tô Ya Đà Ya A La Ha Đế Tam Miệu Tam Bồ Đà Thoát. The unsurpassed, profound, subtle, and wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million aeons is difficult to encounter. Now that I'm able to see and hear, I will receive and maintain it. I vow to fathom the thus come one's true and actual principles. Wu shang sheng sheng wei miao fa bai qian wan jie nan zao yu wo jin jie wen de xiao qi Yuan Jie Ru Lai Zhe Shi. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, great Master Jing Liang and Master YongHua, O good monks and nuns and all good knowing advisors Emitofuo. Chư Phật Bồ Tát, kính thưa Thanh Lương Đại sư và Thượng Tiên Hóa, quý thầy cô và các vị thiện sư tất cả như đạo Phật. 诸佛菩萨、精良大士、师父、上人、各位出家人、各位善知识，弥陀佛。Hello everyone, today is the 27th of October, last weekend of October 2023. We here in Go Forest continue discussing the prologue to the Avatamsaka Sutra. We're now on slide 624. Okay, thank you all for coming. I'm looking around, see who's attending these lectures. I'm fascinating because these lectures may not make sense to you at all, but they're planting the seeds for your enlightenment. And those of you who are enlightened already, you listen to this and say, that's what I went through. Okay, so we can read this, and that's good enough. I don't need to explain to you because you don't get it anyway. Okay, so why don't I just take a break, go have dinner, and you guys read this at your leisure and ask questions, discuss among yourselves. What does it mean, do you think? What do you think? It is indeed incredible for you to be able to listen this Dharma, let alone be here and ask questions. I'm serious. When I read this a long, long time ago, couldn't understand a single word. I just flip the pages. That's it. I said, this is too much. Okay, and it turns out that a lot of enlightened people don't get this at all. This is the theory behind enlightenment. So you can do it two ways. You can do it like the way we help you is push you through, okay, these obstacles. And you get there and you say, okay, so I'm here, now what? Why am I still so unhappy? What's the big deal? Huh? Or eventually you go back to this and you say, wow, it makes sense to me. You know? And so that's the preferred option for us. We want you to go through it because you won't get bogged down by this knowledge. You think you know, okay? And that's a problem with people who think too much and who look for explanations. Okay, you're too smart for your own good. Okay, and so it's fantastic. Thank you all for joining us. Okay. He is talking here about the fourth teaching from Master Chucha. This group of Dharma masters decided to classify the Buddha's teachings into various types. And Master Chucha is one of the more famous Dharma masters who actually were enlightened and pretty high level enlightenment. That's why his classification is pretty impressive, very good. And so he divided the Buddha's teaching into four types of teachings. We're finally looking at the fourth one, the final one. It's called perfect teaching. This is this perfect meaning that the Buddha is no longer holding back. He's going to let you have it all. He's no longer worried that you can't make it. Okay, you don't get it. Because by now that we know each other this long already, at least for a few weeks already, there's no need to be polite anymore. Does it make sense? So this is after all the years of teaching, the Buddha says, this is it. I'm going to tell you everything that you're supposed to know. Okay? And it's called a perfect teaching because it's whatever, he'll explain later. It's perfect because you will not find anything more comprehensive, more complete, more advanced than this. In the treasure of human knowledge, this is the highest level. That's why it's called perfect teaching. I mean, you cannot find more perfect knowledge, more perfect teaching than this in our realm, or throughout the universe for that matter. That's how important it is. That's how big it is. Now you heard of it, go have fun. This is very few people heard of this concept. Okay? You pat yourself on the back and say, hey, I'm special. Yeah, there you go. I'm special. You are special. Okay? Sounds like a commercial, huh? Okay. So it is where we are right now. We are 624, right? So this teaching directly explains inconceivable causes and conditions, the two truths, the middle way. Okay. And we take the first part, the inconceivable causes and conditions. Okay. Master Shuyan, this is where it shows how incredibly wise Master Shuyan is. He understands all of this. And that's why the way he explains it is beautiful. You don't find that many patriarchs who's able to do that. For example, his successor would not ever be able to understand this, explain this, the way Master Shuyan does. Okay? So it is really a big gift we have here. And I want you to know that all the pain and suffering, all the hardship we endured for going through this prologue here, okay, let me assure you, it's well worth it. It's not about understanding. It's about planting the seeds. Even that boy right there, okay, he's planted the seeds of incredible enlightenment for himself, for listening to this with half an ear. Okay? The hearing organ, just because we speak about it, okay? This is the reason why we need to speak it instead of you reading it, okay? We speak it, we explain it, we discuss it, because it enters the ears of these boys, okay? And they plant these Vajra seeds of wisdom that will be there forever until they become enlightened themselves. It's so cool. Well, how come there's only 5 or 6 of you here today? Look at JMT. It's like 3 or 4 people there. And then at JC, look at where all the smart Koreans are. Huh? Isn't it incredible? Huh? Look at all these people. Huh? Let me tell you, you are planting the seeds of big enlightenment. Big enlightenment, let me tell you. Okay? That's why, seriously, including the boys there, who, okay? They are planting the seeds. Isn't it wonderful? We can do for the next generation. You are doing for the next generation, for being here. Because unless you show up, I say, oh, I'm perfectly happy in my room, Be happy by myself. Okay. So, explains inconceivable causes and conditions of true truth. Okay, and in the scheme of things, because it's Master Ching Liang says the non-acting of Four Truths. So when the Buddha taught the Four Noble Truths, okay, when he first started teaching humans, he taught them the Four Noble Truths. Okay, that Four Noble Truths there could be interpreted from a non-acting aspect. So the Noble Truth, you see, the Buddhist teaching has so many layers. It sounds simple, it seems, it's like you think you understand, but you may be understanding one layer, like the Arhats do, understand only one layer. There's something called the non-acting Four Noble Truths, which is perfect teaching. Isn't it cool? There's so many secrets in Buddhism. It's right there in front of everyone, and no one gets it. So don't think that we have to hide from you. We can tell you, we can give it to you freely, but you won't get it. However, it's important for us to give it to you freely, because even though you don't get it, you have the seeds there. What we need to do next is help you create blessings and causes and conditions, inconceivable causes and conditions for you to become enlightened. Huh? Isn't that cool? Okay, this teaching here is perfect, interpenetrating, and unobstructed. Why? Because before that, all the Buddhist teaching is not. Before, now, the teaching you're hearing, you're learning, you planted the seeds for. Okay? This is also reinforces why it's so important to listen to the Dharma. Okay? Whether you do chanting, or you do chant, you do Pure Land, you do mantras, you still need to listen to this because this is where we convey the principles of the teachings for you. Okay? This teaching here, what you're learning about this perfect teaching in the Avatamsaka Sutra is perfect, meaning that it has no flaws whatsoever. You cannot find any holes. Before that, when the Buddha taught about Agama teaching, the Arhat's teaching, or Vaipulya teaching, or Prajna teaching, you can find holes in it. It's not the complete thing. So that's why it's very easy for other people to debate and argue about it. It's debatable, if you will. You can debate each other over those teachings. Is that clear? This is why the low level Buddhist teaching emphasize debate, because they're not perfect. That's why there's room for debate. There's room for interpretations. Is that clear? But here it's perfect because everything is there. Therefore, there's no need to debate anymore. If you understand everything, what's there to argue about? If you both understand everything, then there's nothing to argue about. Only the people who come and pick up a fight with you and say, Master, what does it mean? Not acting for truth. Because they don't get it. That's why they have to pick a fight with me. You see? You don't understand. That's why you say, oh, she's phony. Oh, she's too Chinese. Oh, lower level Vietnamese. Oh, so forth. Because they don't understand. They haven't got it yet. That's why they still discriminate. They still don't get it. When you get it, it's the other way around. Okay? Life is wonderful. Life is perfect. As the way you are. Mwah! Don't go looking for something else. You are perfect the way you are. Too bad your wife doesn't see it that way. Your girlfriend doesn't see it that way. Oh well. Okay. So far so good. So it's perfect because there is nothing lacking. It's nothing that it does not cover. That's all you need for becoming a Buddha, for becoming enlightened, for becoming an art, for do whatever you want to do. And I have a skeptical face here. Yes, ma'am. What are you disagreeing about? Because if you are not, have no doubt, you say, You see, he's still processing. He's still processing. He's still processing. Yeah, women are like that. Unlike men, we don't like to think, do we? Anyway, perfect. Okay? It is interpenetrating. What is interpenetrating? Penetrating. Inter, Right? Here, you hear, actually you can be here. Interpenetrating. Here, you actually hear. So there's no discrimination between Vietnamese and Taiwanese, Chinese and American, American Mahayana and Chinese Mahayana. Wait, let me take it back. You got that? The people who claim the differences because they don't understand interpenetrating. That's why they don't understand the perfect teaching. Only losers would claim this Mahayana, American Mahayana. Got that? Isn't that cool? There's no need to discriminate anymore. And to have one is to have the other. So in a way, it's okay to say American Mahayana because it has Chinese Mahayana. And it's okay to say Chinese Mahayana. No, it's not. You got that? So interpenetrating is that it's no more discrimination. One is all is one. Why do you discriminate so much? Oh, you old fool. I'm not going to tell a joke. What you have is mine. It doesn't work. Because then you say, what about you? What you have is mine too. You say, no. Only for rich people who are richer than me. Okay, you got that? Interpenetrating is so cool. Because if this person has all the good things, it's yours too. And this person has all the bad things, it's yours too. Look at that. It's interpenetrating. All the good and the badness are interpenetrating. All the wonders and the ugliness of the world are interpenetrating. No more walls. No more barriers. You can relax and let go. I love her. She doesn't love me. It's okay. Breaks your heart as a man, but never mind. Okay, and let's not go there. Don't want you to start crying. I don't want a man to start crying. Let's stick to interpenetrating for now. And when you get stronger, we go there. We go there, but not yet. Okay? And so, interpenetrating is that one gets the other gets one. It's like there's no more distinction. It's all mixed, intermingled, if you will. And that's, I love to give the example now, bring up the example of the Pure Land, Western Bliss Pure Land, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, the lay people that practice together. That's interpenetration. Huh? Tomorrow or Sunday when we have Buddha and Master Buddha repentance, I do not want to have those cushions being pushed up for the monks and nuns higher than lay people because it's not interpenetrating. It's so self-serving. Say, I'm a monk, I'm better than you. Okay? I'm the same as you because we are interpenetrating. Wait, it doesn't sound right. Got that? We're not there yet, but eventually someday you'll be there. Okay? So that's why Buddha's, when he has achieved 100% interpenetrating, he doesn't see any difference between him and us anymore. Whereas we have walls everywhere we look. Yes? Interpenetrating. unobstructed. Unobstructed. Yuan rung. So a perfect and interpenetrating is yuan rung. Okay? This is yuan rung. This is the principles of the wisdoms of the Avatamsaka Sutra. It's perfect, interpenetrating. Okay? This is ultimate knowledge, highest level of knowledge, highest level of wisdom that inherent in you. Okay? And it's unobstructed because it's invincible. No one can obstruct you. Nothing can obstruct you. Nothing can stop you. That's why the objective is you understand unobstructed. Then what happens? You don't what? You don't. If you understand unobstructed, then you don't. Okay, women don't get it. Men? Okay, Koreans. You don't. Translate quickly. Huh? Okay, you don't. If you understand unobstructed, then you don't. Koreans. Okay, WMT. I give up on the Koreans. Yes, Malcolm.
You don't doubt?
You don't doubt? What else? Okay, very good. 6.
Don't insist to have it my way.
Don't insist having my way. Okay. Except when you are with your children. Okay, anyone else? You don't? You don't? Reject anything? Okay, very good. You don't? So you never get divorced? Yeah? Don't ask for divorces, I mean. You don't? You don't? Question? No. Yes, YouTube. You don't?
From YouTube comments from Lyle, you don't stop.
You don't what?
Brady, you don't stop.
You don't. Who said that?
Lyle.
Who?
Korea. Lyle.
Lyle?
Yes, Master.
Jackpot! Ding, 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 ding. You don't stop. You don't quit. They cannot obstruct you. The obstruction is only temporary. They cannot obstruct you, only you can obstruct yourself. So stopping is obstructing yourself. Don't obstruct yourself. Isn't that cool? What's all the knowledge you have? All the wisdom you have, all the smart you accrue from your education, your experience, and you still stop yourself. Notice that? Huh? Because you don't understand unobstructed. Your knowledge is not unobstructed. Your wisdom is not unobstructed. What you're seeking can be obstructed. what you seek in Mahayana, this wisdom here is unobstructed. Your wisdom cannot be obstructed. You don't seem to believe me. You say, really? My little me? Yeah, your little you. Believe. See how quiet the children are. They're so impressed. Look at that. They're absorbing it like a sponge. He said, I'm unobstructed. I am perfect. I am interpenetrating. Right? YouTube comment.
From Brady, you don't get left out.
You don't left out. Yes. Uh-huh.
From Diego, you don't discriminate.
You don't discriminate. Yeah. All those. Main thing, don't stop. Don't ever stop. Keep going. No matter how difficult it is, no matter how impossible it is, no matter how dark it is. Because you planted inconceivable causes and conditions, that's why you cannot be obstructed. You cannot get it, you don't get it, but you cannot be obstructed. Yes, 7.
Sorry, Master, back up to the interpenetrating. Is that the translation of Long? What's the Chinese for the inter?
Yeah.
So
is intermingled.
Is it better to be translated as interfused, something like that?
Interfused, all those concepts.
So,
Yeah.
I feel like Long has like a more meaning beyond the interpenetrating. It's a
Interpenetrating, interfused, intermingled, all those things.
yeah.
Okay, English falls short.
Long has also the harmony part, like the
Intercommingled,
Yeah.
interharmonized, intermixed, inter, all those inter things. All the inter things of the dictionary words is long. Okay? Anyone else? Okay. So the perfect teaching is perfect, interpenetrated, unobstructed. It presents the two truths here in the Avatamsaka Sutra teaching. It presents the two truths. Truth in primary sense, or the truth in a relative sense, or mundane truth, okay? And presents the middle way, middle of the absolute, relative, and middle. So here, in this period of the teaching, the Buddha reveals the truth that you should know. Absolute truth, relative truth, and middle truth. Okay? So this is we get a little bit more and more details while we go a little bit further along. But this is what the people in Hinayana don't get. This is what the people in the low-level enlightenment, like Master YongHua transmitted to his disciples, don't get. Okay? This is what we're transmitting to you, so that you will get it. All right? So what is it referring to? I think they go a little bit further here later. Okay. Okay. And so let me give you a glimpse what this absolute truth, relative truth, and middle truth, what it is. Would you like to know? Yeah? Hey kids, would you like to know the absolute truth, relative truth, and middle truth? See, they're so interested. Okay? So what's absolute truth? What do you think is absolute truth? What is true today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, future, past? For you, for Chinese Mahayana, for Hinayana, for non-Buddhists, what is the absolute truth, you think? What is so true? Independent of time, independent of space, independent of your ethnicity, whether you racist or not, is still true. What is that? What is that truth, you think? Would you like to know? Would you like to know that absolute truth is where doesn't matter, if you know that, you say, oh, so this is nothing that that is beyond this. Yes, Wei Mountain.
Pastor's the Buddha nature?
Buddha nature, okay. No, not quite there yet. Anyone else? Yeah? What's the truth? Is it the same truth that the scientists look for? Empirical evidence? Truth based on facts? Yeah? Is that the absolute truth? No, the women are saying no. What about the men? Is scientific knowledge absolute truth? Then what is the absolute truth? Wait a minute. You're engineers. You don't know the absolute truth? So we are depending on you to engineer our world, and you don't know what the truth is? Oh my God. How about your children? You don't know the absolute truth. How can you guide them? Seriously. Yes, 6. You're glad you're not married. Okay.
What? Sorry, I missed that. Is it the emptiness truth?
DTT has an answer. What's DTT? Oh, San Francisco. Sorry. I haven't heard from DTT for a long time. I forgot. What's DTT? Wait. He's old age. I don't remember anymore. Yes, DTT answer.
Master, can you hear, Master?
What?
Can you hear it? I think this emptiness is the...
What did he say? Emptiness. Exactly. Absolutely, everything is empty. Ultimately, everything is empty. There's no higher level of truth than that. Everything is empty. You may disagree, but when you have real wisdom, you will see that everything is empty. Meaning what? You should not be attached to anything. If you're attached to anything, that means you still have confusion. So far, so good. If you see the absolute truth, then you can detach very easily. You cannot detach because you don't see this truth yet. Is that clear? It's liberation, it's freedom. You're free. Okay? So you see your daughter is empty. When you do that, see, you can't. That's why you cannot see the absolute truth yet. Everything returns to emptiness. Think about it. Even Buddhas, Shakyamuni Buddha, he had to return to emptiness himself. The Buddha himself is empty. Right there. He doesn't say, like Daniel Carrasco's boss, I am forever. Come be with me forever. There's no such a thing. God is also empty because God will also have to die. Just like Buddhas have to die. Just like you have to die. Anyone has a problem? Who dares has a problem? Malcolm, do you have a problem? No, me, right? No, not me. Okay, YouTube comments, yes.
From Alex, the absolute truth is there is no truth in anything.
There's no truth in anything? It sounds so antichrist. Okay, so the absolute truth is that when you have wisdom, you see that everything is empty. You can drop it just like that. Oh, never mind. I was about to hit the statue. I remind myself I broke it once. Twice. So if it's the truth, you see the truth, you can break it again. Clearly, I'm not empty. I don't see this empty. You see, we have seen empty. I do it again. Okay, got that? Absolutely, if you see is empty, you can drop anything, everything. Okay. So it's comforting. So if your heart broken, you look at her and say, absolutely, you're empty. Why am my heart broken again? You're so lucky, you're still young, you don't understand heart being broken. But you have no worries because eventually, when you're there, mommy will teach you about absolute truth. Son, I need to tell you the truth. All girls are empty. Don't tell daddy, okay? Okay, absolute truth. So far, so good. Koreans you have any problems, the Koreans? Okay. This is highest knowledge, highest wisdom. Absolute truth is that everything is empty, therefore you can drop everything. If you cannot drop, it's because you don't have absolute wisdom yet. So far, so good. You're there, almost there, but not quite. How about relative truth? What's relative truth? Or also called mundane truth. Mundane. What's mundane? What does mundane mean? I'm giving you all these tips and the naming in English to help you remember. Mundane. What's mundane? Oh, I forgot. None of you is white. I mean pale-faced, except for Malcolm. Malcolm, what's mundane?
I'd say whatever you can see and a monotonous daily grind of going to work would be mundane.
Yeah, going to driving to work is mundane, yes. What else? What else is mundane? How about lunch? Is lunch mundane? Yeah? Yeah? Lunch is mundane, he says. How about today I had Taiwanese vegetarian food. Is that mundane? The sui chao has MSG, you know that? No? No one noticed? Did anyone notice that sui chao today, the dumpling has MSG? Never mind. Mundane truth is it has MSG. Okay? What about EVs? Are they mundane truth? No, they're not mundane truths, but Teslas are. Never mind. So mundane means off the world. Mundane is from the Latin root, monde in French, monde meaning world. Okay? Mundane is off the world. Does it help? So what's off the world? Look around you. That's the world we live in. Why is it called truth? YouTube.
Vicky asks, hello, Master, can we pray to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and not be attached?
Yeah. Of course we can. You better, because Buddhas and Bodhisattvas can drop you just like that. Mundane. Why is it the mundane truth, the truth of the world? The world is true, in other words. Absolute truth, emptiness, is that the world is empty. Is that clear? Everything is empty. The mundane truth is that everything is real. Isn't that comforting to know everything is real for a change? People talk about emptiness. I say, can I have it real? I say, you can have it your way. You want it real? It's mundane truth. Anyone has any problems? Your sun is true. Love is true. Temples are true. Buddhas are true. Can you see the use of that? When it's important to see that Buddhas are true, because if you look at Buddhas as false, then how the heck are you going to believe in Buddhism and practice chant or study the Avatamsaka Sutra? You see the importance of the mundane truth without these sutras, without the lights, without the internet, without the building, without the dumplings with MSG. How are we going to cultivate? If you look and say, no, this is not real, I don't eat dumplings, you're going to die of starvation. Yes? You see the importance of when it's important to have a mundane truth, to look at it as true. Agree, disagree. We're talking about not faking it, okay? Be careful, you girls in particular, no faking. Don't laugh, don't encourage them. Please don't laugh. Okay? when we talk about mundane truth, we're not talking about faking attachment. Is that clear? Yeah, someone has a problem. Go ahead, 7.
So Master, is the Zhenti the primary, the true truth, and then the mundane truth? Is the first one more superb than the second one, or they are truly equal?
Good question. I don't have the answer, but it's a good question. Koreans, answer her. Which one is truer? That's the question. Mundane truth, absolute truth, which one is truer? Okay. Anyone? Which one prevails? Fair question. Which one should I believe? Right? He says, you confusing me. One, you tell me everything, nothing matters, everything is empty, and then you tell me everything is important. So which one should I believe? Typical American, Chinese American. Yes, you too.
From Diego, could it be truth for us that are not enlightened? That is mundane truth.
Truth for not enlightened, therefore the mundane truth. Okay, I would not stick needles into him. Okay, anyone else? Yeah, 6.
Master, I have an answer and then question. The answer is your Buddha nature will select it according to the circumstances. And then the question is the 10th paramita, knowledge paramita, is it referring to the mundane truths?
No. It doesn't, in principles, it sounds like there are contradictions. Actually, they're not. Let me tell you. Because it's a sequence. You, for example, if you're not enlightened yet, then what you do is you need to acquire the absolute truth. Open your wisdom about the absolute truth. Meaning, you can let go of your son. I mean, your daughter. Drop him like, okay? Yeah. Push him away, get out. Okay? So, you need to acquire that wisdom, absolute wisdom where you can detach from everything. Everything. What you hold as dear to you, you have to detach from that. Because that's the wisdom of the absolute truth. Is that clear? I'm not talking about you going back home now and say, hey, honey, let's get a divorce, because I'm supposed to detach from you. Don't look at me like that. Really? You want me to do that? No. Koreans, don't go crazy, okay? Be Korean. Okay? You're not supposed to drop everything. Okay? Yeah. The absolute truth is that you be trained. Okay, in Buddhism, we train you until you understand what is thing called absolute truth. And hold it, don't jump the gun. Okay. You have this wisdom where you see emptiness in everything. Okay? And that's the state of the arhats. Arhats can detach from everything because he says, it doesn't matter. I don't need your money, I don't need your food, I don't need your adoration, I don't need your love, I don't need your friendship, I don't need anything from you because everything is empty. Right? That's their wisdom. They can detach from everything, except for Pho, from my arhat Thai, arhat friend. He is a fourth stage arhat, he's a great arhat, but he's still attached to Pho. Very much like, the Koreans are attached to kimchi. Okay? You can still have your weaknesses. So far, so good? So don't go crazy now. You can still obtain the absolute truth, but you can look at your son and say, oh, okay. Why? Because once you master the absolute truth, meaning you can drop everything, right? Anything, everything, then what happens? What happens? You're going to drop everything. Then, get away from me. Some kind of fly tried to fly into my mouth. When I was about to open my mouth and scream at you. Okay? I was about to tell you. It ruined the special effects. If you see the total truth, right? Absolute truth, then what do? You say, no! See if I care. No! Make sense? You're not violent at all. See, he likes it. Die, see if I care. Got that? You're free. You're totally free. But would you do that to your mother? This guy is hopeless. I'm asking the Chinese guy whose mother flew all the way from China to here to spend her life with him. And what did he do? He says, don't talk to me. I stay at temple, you stay at Airbnb. Right? Because I'm not attached to you. What does it do to your mother? Imagine what it does to her mother, his mother. She feels miserable. What happened to my son who used to love me, who used to have a weakness for me? Now he treats me with so much, distance. And you call it cultivation? You call it wisdom? Really? You're so wise to the point where you feel okay to torture your husband because he's empty. Serves you right for coming late. You got that? And that's what he's doing to his mom. He said, hey, stay away from me. So what did I do? I said, go say hello to her and smile at her. And what happens? She said, oh, I love my son. This is the son I always knew. What's the point in you having the wisdom of looking through everything, okay, when you save yourself and then your own mother is suffering because you saved yourself? Wouldn't you have a problem with that? Huh? That's all you care about yourself? You detach? You say, oh, my mom is empty. It doesn't matter. My son's empty. It doesn't matter. How can you call that wisdom? Because you only care for yourself. You care for no one else. That's small wisdom, not big wisdom. My point, folks, don't get me wrong. Okay? Please don't get me wrong. You may look at your mother as empty, meaning you can tell her, die! Go ahead and die, see if I care. Okay? You can do that, but you choose not to because your love for your mom. What else? Doesn't she deserve your love? Can you make an exception? Oh, wait, this is... Is it right hand or left hand? I forgot. Call the Nazi. Is it right hand or left hand? Okay, right hand, right? Okay, thank you. Do you understand? Okay? Even though you can detach, but you choose not to. And when you choose not to, what happens? Huh? What happens when you choose not to detach? What happens when you choose not to detach? Tell us.
Both of us suffer.
You suffer. Because you choose not to detach. You know you can detach, but you choose not to detach because you know full well you prepared to suffer for her. Isn't that cool? That's wisdom. How can you help people unless you are willing to suffer for them? You think helping someone is free? You don't have to suffer? You don't have to pay the price for it? Ask yourself, look at yourself. Did it ever happen you help someone without having to suffer? Never. It's not possible. Question from Korean YouTube. It's very long. It's so Korean, they translate everything. Question from Korean YouTube. Go ahead. Korean YouTube has a question. Yes.
네, 김하준 씨 질문입니다. 육조단경의 돈교와 화엄경의 원교는 다른 단계인가요?
Master, sudden teaching in Sixth Patriarch Sutra and then perfect teaching in the Avatamsaka Sutra, are they different?
No, they're not. Okay? Anyone else? So, the relative truth or the mundane truth is that once it only can be developed after you master the absolute truth, meaning you can drop anything at a drop of a hat. You attach to nothing, nothing whatsoever. Zilch. Once you have that, then You choose to suffer in order to share in the truth of the people you're trying to save, you're trying to help. That's why it's called relative truth. That's why it's called mundane truth, because it's the truth of the people of the world where you live in. It's their truth. Therefore, in order to help them, we have to accept their truth and suffer their truths. Their truth is suffering. It's not happiness. Daniel, Carrasco, there's no happiness, man, in being with God. Being with God is actually suffering. Ask your girlfriend. Tell him. Zoom in. Okay. We want to hear the microphone. Yes, say it. Yeah, say it. Say it. Say it, girl. No. Let the girlfriend speak first. I know he's going to argue. Danielle is programmed to argue with everything I say. So I want him to argue with the girlfriend for a change. Girlfriend, teach him.
Master.
No, don't talk to me. Talk to him.
But I have not been with God, so I don't know if it's going to be happy or suffering.
You're not my disciple. Give a microphone to him.
Well, I disagree because the Bible does say that being with God is happiness.
It's a partial truth. You're partially happy, yes, but not as totally happy. And when you get there, you remember, I told you so, okay? It's okay. Moving on. YouTube question.
Alex asked, do the absolute and mundane interpenetrate?
No, those separate things. So let me tell you, this is very important. This is very important in the training in Buddhism that only we Buddhists understand. Okay, we first train you so that you understand the absolute truth of the fourth stage Arhat. So far, so good. You're not there yet, there's no point talking about next steps. Is that clear? Don't confuse the two. Because of what happens to worldly people like Daniel and so forth, they think intellectually they get it, but they don't. That's a problem. And we cannot tell them. They cannot be convinced at all. Okay? So that's why it's very dangerous for scholars and for the non-Buddhists or the Buddhists who are not trained properly. They think they understand intellectually, conceptually, but they don't get it. Is that clear? This is our secret. It's nothing we can do. We tell you, you can read it, you can say, oh, of course, this is empty anyway. And you know what? I throw it away. I don't care. Master, you can have it. Yeah, I say, oh, yeah? Can I have your house? Can I have your car? Can I have your wife? Wait, I don't want your wife. Can I have all your money? Okay? Give them all to me, then we talk about emptiness. How's that? Okay? You can give everything to me, and you can give your wife to Daniel's God. So far, so good. Okay, so it's very important for you first to be certified that you are fourth stage Arhat, where you can see the absolute truth. Then we tell you, hey, listen, there's more, okay? You may be true to you, but not true to your husband. Do you love your husband? Do you love your mother? I say, yeah, I do, a little bit. I say, for that little bit, then you have to learn a little bit about the relative truth, which enables you to help your mother, help your husband. Okay? And why is it important? Why is the order important? Here's what happens, folks. I don't know I should tell you this, but you know that already. Maybe I should tell you. Maybe I shouldn't tell you. Should I tell you? Yeah? What happens is that unless you see and experience and have the wisdom for the absolute truth, and you move over to relative truth, the suffering will overwhelm you. You can't handle it. So, therefore, while you think you're helping, actually you're not helping. It's a very important distinction. If you're still overwhelmed by suffering, you can't help. So that's why the order is very important. Meaning that when you're helping your mother and becomes unbearable, Master calls and said, come back to the temple. And you drop your mother just like that. And the poor woman suffers alone now. You understand? If not, you cannot recover from your suffering. Does it help? It's ingenious. This is Buddhist technology. This is proprietary information. Okay? And the Chinese can't steal it from us because they have it already. The Taiwanese can't steal from us. They have it already. Okay? YouTube.
From Diego Emitofuo, Master, is sudden teaching ultimately because of the teaching or because of the blessings? Or is it both together?
It's both together, all the above. Anyone else? Got that? So that's why you have, first of all, I emphasize for you, very important, you cannot mess with this. First have to be a fourth stage Arhat and get the absolute truth. Got that? Once you get the fourth stage Arhat and I certify you, you get certified, then we teach you about relative truth. Okay? And the relative truth is not just your mother, your wife, your children, but your neighbor, your enemy. Okay? Worse yet, you know who? Donald Trump. Jung, what happened to Jung? Is he listening? He's out of the country? Cut this portion and send it to him right away. Okay? Because it's a lot of suffering. We take on more and more and more. That is the mundane truth. See how much harder it is. For the absolute truth, you sit there and say, okay, I'm empty, I'm empty, I'm empty. My car is empty, Master can have it. My house can empty, Master can have it. My wife is empty, Daniel's God can have it. Okay? And all those things. That's easy, right? But now you have to engage. Now you have to deal with your mother, your father, your neighbors, your bosses. Huh? That's a lot of suffering. And when you can't handle it, well, guess what happens? Go back to absolute truth, drop them, so that you can recover. Before you get overwhelmed. That's what happened to the idiot. He got overwhelmed, he forgot to drop it, that's why. Oh, excuse me, that's cruel. That's what happened to worldly people. You suffer too much, you're overwhelmed, and therefore you forget. You cannot recover because you cannot get back to the absolute truth. Yes, JC.
뭐 한 가지 질문이 있는데요. 제가 지난 여름에 미국 갔다 와서부터 꼭 뭐가 먹고 싶은 마음이 없어집니다. 어떻게 하면 좋을까요?
Since I came,
맛있는 음식을 한두 번 먹으면 금방 또 물려서 못 먹고 자꾸 음식이 먹고 싶지 않아요.
since I came back from US last summer, I lost my appetite. I don't have any desire to eat. Even if there is a delicious food just one time and I don't want to eat anymore, what should I do?
Eat more pasta, pizza with honey. Next question.
그런 맛이 없던데요.
Yeah? You understand? So, in our temple, you see, never mind about Master Shihua temple. They're confused. In our temple, how do you help you once it's very important for you to realize this. Now you understand why I tell you fourth stage Arhat. You understand now? Because it puts you in a place where you say, I have the absolute truth. Now, in order for me to proceed, I need to go into relative truth. Understand now? Some idiot says, "Oh, YongHua is an idiot. He tells people's levels because he's bragging, whatever." No, it's for you. It's not for me. You understand? You're supposed to move on to relative truth if you want to continue. That's why them losers don't tell me. I don't want to know. Oh, idiots. Yes, you too.
From Yoon, he says, yes, Master.
Who? I'm going to tell you, for 4 years, Trump really killed me. I look at the guy and say, I want to... never mind, I'm too violent. Okay? So that's why it's so important. Message to you, okay? Get to fourth stage Arhat. Free yourself. And you know how nice it is to be free, okay? And once I tell you, you fourth stage Arhat, you should understand. Now, yeah, to work on your mundane truth by helping others. You see why our mantra is always It's always been help others, help others, help others. You help others when you're lower level because others will help you. Right? When you get to the point where you can help yourself without needing much help anymore, you're supposed to help others to develop higher levels of wisdom. Questions or comments? Okay? So our temples, we ask you to do this and then do more, because every time you have an assignment there, you ask to do things, it forces you it helps you to expand your relative truth. And my disciples, just between us, especially left home people disciples, they're ungrateful. They say, Master is a slave driver. He's never happy. You know? He works us to death. That's why I have to go to Korea. The Koreans don't know that. They don't know it yet. They're so eager. They say, oh, Master has many enlightened disciples. This is so cool. But they'll find out that I'm a slave driver. I make people suffer more and more and more and more. Because that's how you develop mundane truth. Don't stop at trying only to save Koreans, or save Vietnamese, or save women, or save LGBTQ plus. Okay? You save more and more and more and more. And you eat less and less and less. Okay? So far, so good? We understand each other. Do Sunims in Korea have anything to say? You understand the blueprint? First, get to fourth stage Rahat, then I help you. To cut it short, if you were to do it by yourself, it would take you forever. This is why you need a good advice in Mahayana. Mahayana look at you and say, this is what you ought to be doing. That's what you need to do next. Okay? You were to do it yourself. You know, the mundane truth, how many truths are there? Truth of structural engineering, truth of medical science, truth of programming, truth of therapy, truth of stock investment. There are countless truths you need to face. Which one are you going to face? So far, so good? That's the blueprint. It worked. And Master YongHua used to do that. And as you go through this prologue, you see how much he explained to his disciples, and they don't get it. It's a crime. It's criminal. He explains so much. He elaborates so much on how to cultivate. And we have a chance to share it with you now. Okay? So that those of you who are not there yet can see the light, see there's a method behind this madness. And those who've been there already say, that's what it would take for me to train the next generation. Yeah. And inflict pain. Yeah? Questions or comments? And once you understand, you master the mundane truth, then what happens? You have something called the middle way, which is what? What's the middle way? You see how important this is. This one slide here that we've been here for second week now. That's how profound it is. I am running out of time. What is the middle truth? Yeah, two.
Thank you, Master. The middle way, the middle truth, I think, is you have the wisdom that you're not attached, but you are willing to help.
You're attached, but you're not willing to help. But that's the relative truth.
But you're not attached.
You're not attached. Okay, but why is it middle? Why didn't you say like unattached truth? When the Buddha names names, it's for a reason. Okay. Next. Six.
I think it's when someone has mastered the art of navigating between the emptiness truth and the mundane truth.
Where? Mundane, empty, which side, which way?
So
Stop me. Here's the truth.
It's here. Like
Here,
in the
here,
middle.
here. How can it be middle? It's here.
Oh, sorry, my eyes is not very good.
Okay. So where should my head point? Where is the middle?
Theoretically, yeah, here.
Here?
Yeah.
Is it here?
But in reality, it's a.
You cannot have both ways. You cannot say in theory is that, but in reality it's not. You know, where's the middle way? These engineers really struggle. You know? They talk with both sides of the mouth. Yeah, it's the absolute, but actually it's relative. Yeah, 7.
So, Master, you explained the last lecture, right? It's not what's the word? Incline? Not incline. It's not
skewed. Inclined
skewed.
to
Yes.
one side.
Thank you, Master.
So
not
which
skewed.
one? So are you saying here?
I think it was. It's just you can be both. Like you're not rejecting either. Like you can both. You can have both. And you're not skewed.
Okay, 6.
Is it not being attached to either extreme?
Not being attached to either extreme?
Yeah. Like if you...
So how can you be not attached to either extreme?
Like
Explain that to me.
If
you keep on, you guys keep on talking, but I'm trying to decide where I'm going to be. My head is going to be. Where?
You can be
the
anywhere.
middle way. Where is it?
You can be anywhere.
I have the extreme here. Absolute truth, relative truth here. Where am I supposed to be? Here, this side, middle, or what? Where?
You can be anywhere. It's just not always at one place. You depends on the situation.
It sounds like confusion.
You can be anywhere.
This girl is an anarchist. Yes, ma'am. Where is it?
They already said it. Anywhere is okay.
Anywhere is okay?
Yeah. Wherever you want to be.
Then why do you have to call it the middle truth? Why don't you call it anywhere truth?
Because it's
once you've obtained both, then it's the middle way. But if you only
You attain both as middle way.
once you
It's
you
like
know the both.
when I have $2, it's a middle way. 1 and 1 is a middle way.
Once you obtain the emptiness and the mundane truths, then you know, and anywhere is okay. But before that, it's not.
Then why is there a middle at all? Why don't we just simply say absolute and relative and that leave it at that? Taiwan girl.
Since you already obtained both, so you don't need to decide which way to go.
So you don't have to decide anymore?
You stay in the middle.
Where's the middle? Is it here? Is it here? Point to me, please. Where's my middle? The other Taiwan man. Huh? Wasn't raising your hand?
I wasn't raising my hand just now.
Chicken. Yes, 4.
I'm guessing if you know the mundane truth, but you're not suffering.
Mundane truth and suffering. This guy is pretty creative. I'm no longer suffering. I know the mundane truth, but you can't make me suffer. Abuse me all you want. I still love you. God. Yes.
Because you're always in the middle, you're always in between. So that's the middle way.
You're always in between. So like you can't make up your mind. Do I go relative? Do I go absolute? I'm always in the middle. I'm not gonna commit to either way. It's so typical of girls. I'm in the middle. I'm middle only. Don't force me. Let me be myself. And for us men, we don't take it well. You just have to say, which one of us do you want? Choose one. Okay? Enough is enough. No excuses. Which one of... Never mind. Yes, DTT. What is the middle? It's so beautiful. It's just the Buddhist teaching is so fantastic. It's so beautiful. And yes, go ahead, DTT.
Master, I get that at that time you don't see the separation between the relative truth and the absolute truth anymore. So it's the middle way.
You see dark and light at the same time. Yeah, okay. Answer, JC.
선지식이 가리키는 곳입니다. 선지식의 지침이 중도입니다.
Instruction of good knowing advisor. That is the way.
The Koreans are smart. If I can't figure it out, let Master figure it out. Then why do I bother asking you? Okay, middle way is both at the same time. That's why it's middle. The only way middle possible between two extremes is both. At the same time. It's empty to me, but it's real to you. And therefore, it's real to me too, even though it's empty. Meaning that I would take the red car, but because it's real to you, okay? Because it's empty, I would drive it only once in a while. Got that? So you have the best of both worlds. That's why it's called middle. It's true at the same time. You're free. You're free from zero, you're free from a lot, you're free at the same time. You can live with both. You can live in poverty, you can live in wealth, all the same. You can live alone, you can live with a harem, all the same. Isn't that cool? That's the middle way. It's not like, some Chinese says, the middle way is right here. they don't dare tell me middle way is right here. Okay, right here. Okay? But what happens when all of a sudden there's an earthquake? Where's the middle way now? Do you move it again? You see the problem with my trick question is that when you fix a location, there's an earthquake. You're not accounting for earthquakes. Got that? And beautiful? The three truths? That's Buddhist wisdom. The middle way is such that you can embrace everything. You don't just say, I want no suffering. Because suffering is empty. Even though I know suffering, even though I know it's empty, my mother's empty, I still take her on because of for her sake. And once I'm accustomed to it, then I take on the next one, and the next one, and the next one, until I'm no longer bothered by the suffering of others. That's what happens to the Arhat. He says, I'm free from suffering, but your suffering is your problem. Okay? And therefore, they still have a problem here. He's only free, but he doesn't care. So don't say that you acquire wisdom by saying, okay, I have wisdom now, I don't need to fix the world's problems anymore. That's not real wisdom. You engage and you help fix the world's ills and improve it, make it a better place for you and for your children, for the future generations. That's wisdom. Okay, thank you everyone. We stop here. Next time we continue with